fellas.
Good evening. Good evening. How you both doing?
Very good.
Good,
Yourself?
thank you.
Not bad, thank you.
What have you been up to?
I got told off by the missus as my number one update because I don't know if someone told her or she just listened to one of the previous podcasts about hornet eating, and then I got told off about it and referenced to a story about some bloke who similarly done something similar. Although I think it was live. He ate a snail and now he's brain dead, and it was like a don't keep eating things in the workshop, otherwise that might end up you and you won't be able to use your lathe anymore.
How random.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure she just hunts for these stories once I've done something. It's like, let's go and see a bad story somewhere.
That's funny.
So I've been caned a few times about that. To be honest, I've been busy, so I haven't actually been in a workshop much. I've done a few bits. Someone who's had quite a few bits and bobs off me over the last couple of years just randomly asked me, can I knock out a bunch of spinning tops for Crimbo? And do you know what? I forgot how much I love spinning. They're so innocent. So there's no design to them. They come out how they come out, right? And whatever shape you end up, they come out like, and it's just nice, quick, because none of my jobs are generally quick because I'm so slow. So they're one of the quickest things I can do. So nice bit of polish on the wood and all that. So yeah, it was quite nice actually, just rattling a few off quite innocently. But turning wise, that has probably been, other than my usual crochet hooks and crap, but that's all I've been able to do the last couple of weeks really. Hopefully to kind of get back into it a bit. How about you boys?
Go on, Mark.
Sorry, I was looking up David Woodturning website trying to find those resin bottles. Because I'm in the market for some resin, so if he can drop me some round, that would be useful. What have I been doing? I've been playing with some bone.
Oh, nice.
What about on the lathe?
Oh, right. Sorry, that's what you meant.
No
wood turning. I've been distracted with bone.
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. What animal, or is it human?
I'm sorry. I'm in one of those moods tonight. I'm really tired, and I just one of those moods. I buy it from Abbey Horn, and it's bovine bone. So they classify it as bovine. It's cow, let's be honest. But it's from India. So it's Indian bone. Some of it's a bit wonky, not straight.
Oh, so it actually comes in as in not a bone then?
Yeah. Do you get a leg around?
That's what I've got in my head. You got like a leg.
So
can you turn the hoof?
Hoof? No, I don't know actually.
What part of the body is it?
So they are leg bones. Cow leg bones, because they tend to be long enough to get straight enough blanks from. I'm buying them pre-processed.
Pre-machined.
Yeah, but there are companies out there. There's two other bobbin makers who process their own bone, and they get their bones from a local butcher, and then they boil out the marrow, cut the bones into the blanks, and then turn them into bobbins.
Sorry. Can I ask a question? I'm not going to go on about bones because it's tickling me every time you say it. But go back to the previous point you said about you're getting them pre-processed. I imagine there's a lot of steps in the pre-process. Starting at it's still got fur on it, to multiple steps down to a blank, right? So where in the pre-process process do you pick it up?
After Will's company has finished dealing with them, and what I get delivered looks like a piece of dowel.
Right.
So
I don't see any. It doesn't look like a bone.
How big?
Diameter.
I'm just trying to find them on their website. They are
That's what
7 millimeters diameter and about 4.5 inches long. Let me see what I can find. Miscellaneous needle.
About the size of your bone, then. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Such a bitch.
I'm just imagining 4.5 inches long and 6 mil wide. Mate, he needs to go to the hospital, that boy. He needs to go to Belgium or wherever it is you go.
Maybe he's making himself extension.
Sleeve.
I've got silicon casting out in the workshop. I'll just make it whatever size.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah.
I've just put the link in the chat.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. What are you doing with it?
Oh, bobbin.
What do you think I'm doing with it?
Well,
They're called lace planks.
Yeah,
Making lace bobbins out of them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Not as hard as the metals that I've turned on there. So it's not quite as hard as aluminium or the brass, and it doesn't feel. It's a different material.
You can get through it with high speed steel.
Oh, easily.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But then I use high speed steel for the aluminium as well. Yeah, it's not the stuff to turn. It stinks.
Does it?
Yeah, it's not.
It's like a burnt.
Yeah, body burning rocker smell.
Yeah, sounds nice. Yeah.
And where are you getting that comparison from? How often do you do that other piece? Dead body burning smell. It's like, yeah.
Well, he's just
I do
garage,
that a
and
lot.
he's amazing.
I'm a shit cook, so I mean, there's a lot. But I do have a bottle of Chianti just over there. So before we get complaints, there is no dead bodies in my house. I do not want the police turning up. Thank you very much.
Just a couple of stags.
So I actually likened it to the smell of what she used to smell as a coroner's officer.
Oh, really?
So and it puts Mum off a bit with how it smells.
Mm.
So let me share that. Can you which screen can you see? Not the right one. Hang on.
Purple one.
Yeah. Share that one. So you should be able to see my website.
Oh yeah. Got it, yeah.
So that's quite a basic one I'm doing out of bone.
So you'll put a link on that for the viewers, listeners, whatever, if they want to see that. Because
Yeah.
you're teasing them.
Well, you can see it, but they're not allowed to see it. No, I will put. Well, actually, a listener of ours actually put up that they wanted to see. They wanted links to what we talk about on the podcast, so they can see it. So I said I'll do that. That's another one I'm doing, and then there's a third one which I've already sold it, so it's not on the website. But it's got my laminated inserts within the bone.
Yeah.
So it's got coloured bit within.
Yeah.
The bone.
Oh right, yeah.
Turning that bobbin in the bone has also got two thin pieces of aluminium, one above and below the laminated wood. So I'm turning bone, aluminium, and laminated wood all in one bobbin, which is quite tricky because you've got they sand at 3 completely different rates. So you've got to turn them quite accurately, so you don't have to do much sanding. And then I use white Yorkshire grit just to finish it off. Doesn't need any polish, doesn't need any finish on it or anything like that because it's a hard natural material. And I think if I used anything on it, it would change colour. It would stain it.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
I don't £8 a blank. That's just how much they are. I've got a trade account with them, but there is a minimum order with them.
Yeah, bone. That's quite. I was inspired to send Doris out and go and buy half a dozen legs of lamb on the weekend.
Beef. You want beef,
Boil 'em
not
up.
lamb. But yeah, so the process is you cut the joint off the each end, and then you boil out the marrow out the middle, and then you cut the bone. But the problem is, even a cow bone is quite long, but it's also not straight, so it curves in at the middle. And unless you fill the inside with resin, you're just going to end up with a hollow bone.
Yeah.
And it's so bone that these guys sell isn't actually very thick. You don't get a lot. Don't get a lot for your money from a cow, if I'm honest. So
Yeah, I'm just looking there. It's got an interesting array of bones on there. There's a
they've
little
got
stag.
horn.
Yeah, stag antler.
Yeah.
A 3-inch by 1-inch diameter. £5.50.
That's going to be gold on social media. All the haters.
Yeah, if there's any vegans listening, turn off 10 minutes ago. I haven't turned antler.
That must be hollow as well, though, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hollow. It's also, I imagine, really hard.
Yeah.
Really.
If anyone's listening and they've got a few elephant tusks, then you know what to do. Just send them over.
Yeah, if you don't want, we'll fill them with resin, no problem at all. Cut them into discs. It'd just be another bamboo project.
Yeah.
I have been asked to turn ivory, but I don't have a license to do it. You need a license to turn ivory.
Really?
Because it's illegal. It is illegal, Doris. You wanted to start the inside of antler, so that's a piece of antler.
Oh, I've seen that before. Have I seen that before?
And that's the
I have seen that
inside.
before because we used to give them to the dog.
This is the dog's chew toy.
Yeah,
See where his.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that a real one, is it?
Yeah, it's a real antler. I cut it in half. When we actually got it, it was that's half. half of it. But yeah, the dog chews it. He eats out the marrow on the inside. You can see his chew marks.
Yeah.
But you also got those massive like log bones as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
shit.
Well, when we go down to Toby Carvery on a Sunday, they do roast lamb. You can ask the guys behind the counter if you can have if they've got any leg bones loitering, and they give you literally a doggy bag of lamb legs that you can take home for the dog, and then they can chew them.
Good to know.
Wow. It's quite. I mean, there's turned roll. There's 3 inches of it here, and it's £33.
Yeah.
It's not cheap.
No.
So, but yeah, it's a different material. It's strange, but it's been used a lot in lace bobbins over the last 250, 300 years, and I'm just the next person to play with it and do something. But yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Excellent. I had a tough day.
It's about time. Get your kids a while, so you should be back on it.
I got a message from a mate on Sunday, and he said, "Do you fancy these?" Sent me a picture, and he's got 3 yew root.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah, that's gold. He
Nice.
actually around it, delivered them yesterday, which is even better of him. 2 of them are wet, but one of them is actually bone dry.
Oh, how big?
2 of them are huge. 2 of them must be a good 20 inches. One of them's it's got to be somewhere around 10, 12 inches. They're quite thick as well. So
Yeah.
it's like, I think I'm going to cast. I'm quite inspired. I'm going to cast that one up at the weekend. I think the one that is dry.
Yeah.
The other 2 will have to wait for a bit. But
has it got some nice oranges and some reds?
The 2 big ones are more coloured. The smaller one that's dry, I actually wouldn't have said it was you if I'm honest. He reckoned it was you, but I don't think he is. But I could be wrong. We'll see what happens when we get into it.
Yeah, I've had some. Yeah, nice.
Look for.
Yeah, I've had some in the past though where you still get it's definitely you, but it's not the sort of heartwood isn't as on. It's a lot more sort of pastier, sort of like tan. Whereas the other stuff you get, it's like I've actually got one full of conkers actually at the moment. That's like proper like orange cream, contrast, and it's beautiful.
I thought being the root, maybe that's slightly different because this root is like it's really twisted and
it's going to have some beautiful patterns in it.
Yeah, I'm going to enjoy doing that. Looking forward to doing that.
Nice.
Talking about resin, we mentioned it anyway. David sent a message and said, "What do you reckon of this?" And had a bottle of David Woodturning's resin on there. So he's doing his own resin now. So interesting.
Well, I've just found it.
He'll be soon anyway if he's not already.
Well, his website is showing coming soon.
Oh, is it?
Oh, yeah. Okay. The link exists, but he's not populated it with anything as of yet.
It seems it's quite a hard market to get into because there's a lot of companies doing it, right? And I just always see they're doing offers all the time to sort of like, it's like, 20% off for this week only, and getting emails sort of saying like 2 days to go before this runs out. Oh, it's a bit blurry.
I don't think you can see that.
Turn your filter off.
You can see the bottom of your phone.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me find my filter effects.
Oh yeah, epoxy resin. Yeah.
Deep casting.
Is he doing all? Or you don't know, like as in.
I don't know. I only saw he sent it like 5 or 6 days, but I only actually read the message last night, so I did reply back, but I haven't heard anything since.
I wonder if he's done a Martin Saban's done all the research into all the different aspects of it and come up with these different balances between it, or has he just gone and grabbed someone else's and rebranded it?
Yeah, no idea.
He's because he's been resin company sponsored for ages, hasn't he? For years.
Yeah,
I just wonder whether the company he's now bigger than the company he's been sponsored by, so it's their resin with his brand name on it.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, it could be.
I think and he knows what he's doing with resin, so you can guarantee that it will be good quality. Otherwise, you can stick his name on it.
Yeah, it's true.
Well,
he's going to expand into mica powders and all that as well. It's like it's never ending. Alcohol inks, blah de blah de blah, molds.
I remember when he did that live thing on Facebook, he said that he was thinking about doing something with resin, but so good luck.
Yeah,
it's not out already because I need to shop for some. And I've made. We call them dividers. but for lace makers, they're just pins with a fancy thing on top that they can use to pin some bobbins up out the way when they're making the rest of their lace. And I've used leftover resin in ice cube molds for the last couple of years. Just, you know, when you started doing the pen blanks for me, it's just the dregs at the bottom of the cup. Well, I haven't used resin properly in a while, and I'm running out. So I actually have to purposely make some because I've moved over to using milliput for filling up cracks and things because it's just easier. It's significantly, and just as good, I think. It doesn't obviously skin, so you don't get. It's not a glue. It's just a filler.
Yeah.
But it's good because of that. I've not used resin, therefore I've not made any any of these dividers. So I'm just going to buy some cheap shit. I mean, I normally use it. It's just not worth spending the money on a decent resin brand.
I still use the German stuff on Amazon. It's one of the cheapest out there. Does the job. Absolutely.
That's all I was going to do. Just buy a 20 quid tub or whatever, and that will probably last me the next year. Although the Epodex stuff that I did have, I think had gone off. I think I mentioned this a few episodes back.
You did.
It stank. Awful smell. It was one of those that if you sniffed it, you'd burn your head off. It just rot your brain.
It's not good, is it?
So I got some casting resin, buy some cheap stuff. I don't need to turn with it. It's just to make stuff.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, talking about that milliput though, I was saying it's not as messy, which it isn't as messy because it's not runny. But I find when you're mixing the hardener and the main one, when you're basically like going back to like a kid and rolling out your plasticine, right? I tell you, it really stains your hands.
It does.
It's
Yeah, it
unreal.
really does.
I've started doing it.
Easily.
Yeah, I've started doing it with gloves on, putting like gloves on and stuff, because it's so like it can get sticky like when you warm it up because you're sort of rubbing it. But yeah, it's bloody. I don't know what I used it for, but I used some blue a little while ago. I was thinking, oh my god, I look like a Smurf. It's ridiculous.
I always find on the rare occasion that I've used it, that it chips quite easily.
Oh really?
No, I've not.
Yeah,
I've not seen that.
No, not had that before. Now
no.
I've also got
not
got any in reach either at the moment. Oh, I'll tell you what I did do. I did a demo at Sandon the other week.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw you there actually. Yeah, another week of it there. What did you do?
Turn stuff. So I was just trying to reach him. That was very unprepared of me. So I got told off. By Paul because I used a spindle roughing gouge on the outside of a bowl.
Yeah.
1, it's 2. I'm quite good with spindle roughing gouges, so and it works. But there was a brand new wood turner in the building, and I'm teaching him bad habits before he's even figured out what to do.
Yeah.
To be fair, I did say at the beginning of the demonstration, if there's any techniques you don't feel comfortable with, don't copy me. It's not my fault.
Did you tell everyone you was being naughty while you were being naughty?
I told everyone on the second I turned in the second half that I was naughty. So the first thing I turned was a
cool
little pumpkin. And when you let me turn the bottom lamp off. Overhead spark. Let's make it darker. And then obviously when you shine a torch through it, you get a
nice. What did you cut the eyes and slots out with?
Jigsaw and then a Dremel.
Okay, really, you've done that as part of the demo.
Yeah, it's pine as well.
Right. Okay.
Cheap Scots pine. So, but I mean, I more a case of showing how good of a finish you can get with what's considered a really shit wood without doing much sanding. So the inside of it wasn't sanded really, but I've got a fairly good finish off of it. But it was a bit fun. I don't know. I knew I wouldn't get it done quick. I mean, I usually out of yew because yews more orangey, and they look a lot better when they're made out of yew. But the idea was if I was going to do, I could probably fill a 2-hour demo just making this, because then I could make the lid with a nice finial and everything else on top.
Yeah.
But it was one of those. The problem with sanding is, I've said it before and I'll say it again, I never have any idea what to turn for them, because they see some of the country's best wood turners. I am not one of the country's best wood turners.
They do.
You know,
Mick Ambry week. Oh my god, he's so good.
Mick Ambry, Tiny Turner, Saber Smith. You know, they're all. So some young upstart who's only been doing it for 5 years from Southend. It's hardly, you know. So, but yeah, pumpkin, like shit, and it'll be burnt. But the second part that I turned, I follow Potter.
Harry, yeah, that's where I was.
Oh,
That jugmungus.
how we laughed.
It was the polls. It was the polls. You set it up.
It's because I'm finding his name. I can never
Not
remember.
that bloke who's on the telly, Keith Wynne Hughes or whatever. Jones.
No,
whatever
his name is Florian Gadsby, and he has a very. Is he great? He's very great. He's very, very good. He's London-based ceramicist, but he has a very particular style of bowl, and it's very angular with a deep foot.
That's weird.
Oh no! See, he's quite divisive. I was talking to Barry at Chelmer Valley about this, and he didn't know if he liked it or not.
No, don't think I do.
Now, the one I took up was a smaller one and very glossy finished. Still Scots pine. This one was not finished because I didn't have the lacquer with me, and I didn't think they'd appreciate me doing spray lacquering on their lathe.
No.
So yeah, I'd plus stink out the building. Plus, it needs like 10 coats because it just soaks it up.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So I went with the green to blue finish, but the other way around, and it is slightly larger. And I had a problem with the foot because it wouldn't fit over the chuck jaws I bought with me. I should have bought the rest of the jaws for that I took my Victory chuck. I just forgot the rest of the little jaws. So this diameter wasn't quite big enough, so I had to thin it out. And it is really quite thin, that foot. And it's quite deep as well. It's probably about 10 mil deep, which puts a lot of people off because you're always told as a wood turner that your foot needs to be really thin, really small, or non-existent.
Or not there, yeah. Yeah.
So deliberately making it one.
Yeah, no, I don't mind that.
Was putting people off. And then it's very much angular. It's not curved at all. It's perfectly straight in each angle. Now, the bit that put Barry off was I kept the top flat. He feels I should have domed the top where it goes in. And I agree with him. Because properly thrown pots have a rolled edge. They don't have a flat edge.
From a ceramic point of view. But the fact that you've got all those straight lines on there, it sort of goes with those straight lines, doesn't it?
Well, that's what I thought. It's really light. Like, it weighs nothing. It's only about 50 grams, if that, this thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, very, very light. But I really like the shape, and I'm going to see if I can turn it into a yarn bowl shape. The inside is dished. It's not angular on the inside. The inside is a normal dished bowl. Yeah. So it's thicker here. Yeah. And then thin at the very, very. I mean, this one's probably.
I don't mind because it's kind of shorter.
It is shorter. I tried to proportionally get it bigger. So the thickness of this at the top is 7 millimeters, and its foot is 4 millimeters. So that foot is only 4 millimeters thick. Yeah. But it has got the dovetail cutout on the inside. Yeah. So it grips beautifully on chuck. But yeah, I like the shape. I'm in two minds. I might post this one to Florian with a little note that said I was inspired by your pottery. This was my first attempt. You can have it.
What have you got to lose?
Well, this is it.
Other than that bowl.
Other than that, which was Scots pine, and it was just an experiment. But yeah, I mean, as I like it, it is quite divisive though, because a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's not round; it's very square." And
yes, that's the bit that's kind of weird. Kind of just goes against everything, doesn't it?
Yeah. On the other one, it looked like your base and your rim were quite a similar thickness. Well, they're similar. They're similar, aren't they? Whereas the other one you held up,
they are. Yeah. So the rim is 20 mil. And the is 15 mil.
Yeah.
This one, the rim is 30 mil and the base is 15 mil. That's half of what it is.
Yeah, I think the other one's better because they're more proportional. Yeah. If they were, this might be good if they were exactly the same, because then you sort of like the tooth, rim, and the foot. Yeah. It was quite funny the other week, right? So when Martin Saban-Smith actually was at Sandon, and he was turning this band. He was banging on about the whole thing around the wood turners and not having a foot or recess and turning the foot away and all this sort of stuff, right? And obviously, I'm one of the youngest at Sand. There's a lot of old, very wise, woodturners and opinionated. And so Martin had sort of turned the foot off completely, so it's flat.
Yeah.
And he's saying he's still referring to that as a foot. One of the geezers going, he just couldn't help it. He's like, well, there ain't a foot though, is there? And then Martin, in his very articulate way and very calm, was going, well, no, but I would still refer to that as a foot because it's still sitting on the foot on the table. And this geezer, but I ain't got a foot. The foot's gone. You ain't got a foot. And he's going, and everyone's still sitting there. And it's right at the end doing his little recap thing. And he's standing very calm. And he's going, no, but it technically it is a foot because it's sitting. And the geezer just wouldn't let it go. Right, everything, whatever explanation Martin come back with, he was saying it all different ways. And the geezer then just like let him finish. Nick, but it ain't got a foot. It ain't got a foot. And in the end, Martin just turned around and went, well, that's what I call it, and I like it. So there. Oh mate, it was well funny. Nick was standing there at the side waiting to do his little summary sort of thing, and he's like watching tennis, going, "Yep, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth." Oh, sometimes those geezers crack me up. Great.
Well, one of them when I was doing the demo, not the guy I normally expect to fall asleep, the baker, and the guy that sits next to him. I'm used to them falling asleep now. But there's another gentleman who's currently on antibiotics or something. And he said, I'll be okay for the first half, but I'll fall asleep at the second half.
Was that a bloke there near the front?
Yeah, second row back. Yeah.
Yeah. I know that's Peter. He's just had like hip replacements.
He has, yeah. He
loves a snooze. He loves
And I thought, at least he's been polite enough to tell me. That's perfectly fine. And I was fairly sure, I looked out into the audience at one stage, and I'm fairly sure Lucia was asleep as well. There she is.
She is the youngest. She is the youngest, and she's right in front of you. So she'd do. I can't believe she got to sleep. I'm not knocking you whatever you was doing, mate. But if you're sending her to sleep, you want to think again.
Well, the pumpkin kept everyone awake. Everyone was awake for the whole of the pumpkin. I thought, I've done well here. Cool. I'm it's been so far, including the guy who had already told me he was going to be asleep. And the baker, who I expected to be asleep, they were all awake. And it was that second bowl, that with the angular bowl, where Lucia started falling. A guy on who's had his hip replaced started falling asleep, and I'm fairly sure the baker was asleep as well. It's like, yeah, we're back to normal. It's fine.
Brilliant.
But the new guy, the new guy, he was at the back for the pumpkin. But I said, look, if you've never turned anything, come and sit at the front and you'll get a better view of how I turn. But just bear in mind that everyone turns differently. And that's what Nick said at the end, is that we've all, you can watch how many wood turners and they'll all have different techniques.
Yeah.
And we'll all do different things. And it's not necessarily right or wrong as long as it's safe.
Yes.
It's like,
Was he a big guy? Quite a loud voice, quite booming. Bald-head Jay, his name was, I think. Because I saw him there last week, and it was his second week, and he said he was there the week before.
Him. Yeah, that's him. Yeah. Yeah, good chap actually.
He's coming around here for lessons.
What have you let yourself in for now?
I'm going to teach him how to do ballet. That's all. Nothing to do with woodturning. How can I teach that? Yeah, you're going to line up 10 hornets. These are the ones you do eat, and these are the ones you don't eat. Ones that are still buzzing. No.
What are you going to teach him?
Well, what a chisel looks like, because he's very new.
Up. Yeah.
Oh, mate, he's very, very, very new. That's why I said, well, yeah, I can teach you that sort of stuff without a shadow of a doubt, mate. No problem whatsoever.
Yeah.
Pick up the chisel.
His question to me was, do I need a chuck?
Well, there you go. Yeah. Say no more.
You do, yes, unless you're doing spindle work. But no, he's a good bloke. Hopefully he enjoys it.
Yeah, they've had a few new ones down there, actually. I saw a few others down there last week. I think 2 or other new ones. Their
memberships going. Yeah. Well, both Sandon and Chelmer have had a increase this year in members, which is good.
Hello.
Yeah. Well, I didn't send the email, did I?
Yeah, but everyone knows what day it is, right?
Well, apparently not.
Right. Why did you have? Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say less than that, to be fair. Your mum, Barry.
Mum weren't there.
What, you didn't send the emails, so she didn't know?
Didn't send the emails, so she didn't know. The treasurer didn't burn up. No, Mum wasn't well, to be fair.
Oh, right.
So she didn't. She wasn't well. No, it was me, Chris, Steve. Obviously, he was demonstrating. Barry Louise.
Of course he was, yeah.
He did. Barry Louise, Bernie, John, and then a couple of the other newer guys. Yeah,
okay.
It was poor show. Poor. I mean, Crouchman weren't even there, so we were missing
wasn't
the
he?
treasurer. No, his partner was unwell, so we're missing the secretary. And it's a good job that the demonstrator didn't need paying, because he's the deputy chairman. Yeah. Next month we've got Derek Brightwell.
Ah, yeah, I've seen Derek before. But Simon, doesn't he?
He works for Simon. He's also the chair, I believe, or certainly on the committee at Thameside Woodturners. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I'm with Thames the weekend after, or the week after he's with us.
Yeah. He's got a very rough and ready when I've seen him. He's good. He's almost he's a bit like Nick, but without the banter.
Did you hear what I called Nick?
Thanks.
Were you there last month at Chelmer? Not month just gone, but the month before.
Chelmer. When Nick was there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Tommy Cooper with the wood.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I remember you mentioned. Yeah, I remember you saying.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, he was very good. I thoroughly enjoyed his demonstration.
Good.
He is. But yeah, looking forward to. We've had a few wood turners this month that we've never we've never had at Chelmer Valley this year. And Steve and both the Steves have done their first demos with us. I think Bradders is now at Sandon for next January. I think time in January.
Nice.
Crouchman, although he's a published author, has now said he won't do another demo because his one at Chelmer Valley didn't go very well.
Put him off.
Oh, really?
Well, he did rock up with a massive square block of.
It took him 3/4 an hour to get it to round.
It did not go well.
Yeah.
But that's because he didn't have the time to prepare. So it was all a bit. It was one of those things. I mean, I've yet to demo where it's gone right all the way through. It doesn't happen. You can practice it however many times as you want in your own workshop, but you don't have in the back of your mind at a demo, you've got a time limitation.
Yeah.
And you're constantly working within a limit.
Yeah.
Whether you finish too quickly, go over, you've always got that. I've got to make this demo last 2 hours.
Yeah.
My first, I was done half an hour early because I thought they were finishing at midday. When I don't, they finish at 1:30.
So many people sort of like they think time and they're working to it. Some of them think it's like 1 o'clock and you see looking at the clock, so you think, okay, they know they're aware of time, and then you're thinking, he is not going to get this done in 5 minutes. Do you know what I mean? And they're all chomping at the bit, edging off their seat, thinking, I'm off soon. 2 minutes, I'm off in a minute. I'm off in a minute. And then it's like, and someone's going, time. It's like someone goes past 11 o'clock at coffee at Sandon, right? And if people ain't paying attention, like the demonstrator, and it gets 2 minutes past 11, they're all sort of like, again, they're edging. And in the end, someone goes, coffee! And he goes, oh, right, okay, all right. It's like, that's why we're really here. It's for coffee, right? That's the main thing.
Coffee and social.
Going on. Yeah, exactly.
The pumpkin was done about minutes, so I had to fill 5 minutes of just chat.
That's all right.
That's not too bad.
But then I rushed it. It was a rush job. As I said, I think I could have made that last 2 hours. And then the bowl after, because I had to go around with the foot because it didn't fit, that was close to not being. And I didn't finish the inside of it. I was like, that's off the tool. Enjoy it. I'm not putting lacquer on it because it takes like 10 layers of lacquer.
Mm-hmm.
But we already had a lacquer conversation at the pumpkin because they'd normally be lacquered as well, rather than anything else. But it's just as Gary now knows, in front of a crowd of anyone chatting about. You're meant to look professional. You're meant to sound professional. You're meant to be entertaining.
Oh, yeah, frightening.
Yeah,
and it is. It's nerve-wracking.
Bunch of expectant people, I suppose.
It is.
Yeah, and you're like,
I take out to craft fairs and things, and I can stand for the entire day and turn in front of a crowd of people at a craft fair. Yeah, they're not expecting anything.
Yeah.
Okay. They're not blood.
No.
But when you're standing in front of even 20 fellow woodturners.
Yeah.
Most of which are double your age and have been wood turning for double my age and have been wood turning for longer than you've been alive. Yeah, some in the back of mind, certainly. I'm standing there in front of, I mean, people I respect. Paul Howard, he's an engineer and as a turner, he's a fantastic wood turner. And I'm standing there going, oh, yeah, I'm just going to use this spindle gouge on the outside of a bottle.
I think they do very well to people like Paul to bite their lip and not say anything, because a lot of what you see is such a range. And I think particularly at Sandon, because they have it every week, they're seeing so many people, right? And like you say, probably half of the people who turn up there are cream of the crop from around the country and whatever, because a lot of them, like Martin might do sort of like bloody hell 6, 7, 8 there. Do you know what I mean? He's like, they're often coming back. So half the people they see are absolutely shit hot. So when you're and there are people probably at the other end of the scale, and you're thinking, I don't want to be one of those ones, because it's like they have got that expectation because they do see so much quality there. So it's yeah.
Well, the next top, Giovanni Dieda. Never heard of that person.
He's a scroll saw dude.
Oh, is he the scroll sawer from Nottingham? Not Nottingham.
He's Italian.
I do know him. Yeah. Mick Faverger. He's from Norfolk. She's Colchester. No, Tick Chalice isn't Colchester.
She's not so much a turner, is she?
No, but she does the dragons, doesn't she, and the birds and things.
Yeah.
Mick Ambry, and then Mick 29th, according to their thing. And then Tick Chalice is back again on the 6th. Then it's Simon Hope on the 13th, and then either Paul or Nick on the 20th of December. Yeah. And they had, I mean, Faber Smith was there twice. Giovanni's there. He was there in August. Sean Clifford's been there twice between June and November. Yeah, I mean, Margaret Gerard, Nick Banks, who Charles Ashes.
He's a pole turning man.
Oh, was he the pole turner? Yeah. Gary Rance, Les Thorne. I mean, Christ's sake. I mean, then there's me, Mark Boswell Brooks. Yeah, okay. Paul Hannabury.
Yeah. Gary Rance was there last week or week before. I didn't go. I did go last week. I think it was. Yeah, Gary was there last week, and he the first half he done the pale. There was a recreation of one that had been dug up from. It wasn't the Mary Rose, I don't think, but it was some sunken ship, and it was based on this design or whatever. And he just rattled it off so quickly. Like that was just what he'd done for the first half.
Yeah.
He's a fast turner.
He's very good. Yeah, well, he's a production turner, isn't he? And he's talking about his copy fingers and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. So, I mean, they're huge top quality wood turners.
Yeah.
And then there's me.
Yeah.
Who can be a professional turner. I have absolutely no problem turning at Chelmer Valley, but Sandon, I love the guys there and I don't mind it. I will do one next year. I mean, I've already been asked to do one next year, so I will. But you can tell how they feel about me when I get asked to do one a year. And not 6 or 5 or 6 a year.
Yeah, indeed. Right.
Can we call that for this episode?
Yeah, I think
so.
Okay.
Indeed, you do.
Good speaking to you, fellas.
Yeah, good catching up.
Nice to catch up.
I'll see you next time.
See you later.
Cheers, boys. See ya. Bye.